Good afternoon, kia ora, and welcome into Mount Albert Grammar School on a very special afternoon and evening for 40 of Aotearoa's top basketball prospects. It is the Stephen Adams Invitational for best high school students here in New Zealand. And it's Hugh Baden here alongside with Casey Frank. Very good afternoon to you, Casey, and what an exciting afternoon it is.
Oh, it really is. It's a culmination of a lot of hard work for these kids, and this is their chance to really highlight their skills, their abilities to New Zealand and hopefully the world, because a lot of college hopefuls for the NCAA in the States here.
Absolutely, and joining us, we're delighted to say, on the Sky Sport basketball crew today is another former star college player, a current Tall Fern, and star New Zealand high school player at Westlake Girls High, Zara Gillings. Good afternoon, Zara.
Hello, how are you guys doing?
Absolutely great, and great to have you on board. Now, you're coming fresh off a competition dub, of course, with the Harbour Breeze and the Sal's NBL 18 and 18. Congratulations, and a fair few of your teammates and adversaries in action in this one tonight.
Yeah, definitely. The 18 and 18 was an amazing experience, and tonight we see a lot of young talent that was at 18 and 18, and even more young talent that's really got such exciting potential for the future. So I'm happy to be here and can't wait for the game.
Give us a couple of names, Zara. Put us on our spot. A couple of names to keep an eye on in this one.
Jessica Moores from the Harbour Breeze. She's one of my own teammates, and I'm really excited to watch her play. And then Alana Paiwai too, young talent, but it's not just those two names, it's all the squad here, and they've worked really hard this week. So now's their time to show it off.
Thank you, Zara, and we look forward to catching up with you throughout the broadcast. Yes, everyone in the spotlight. That is the whole point of this, Casey, isn't it? To showcase our young talent around the world.
Yeah, certainly that's part of it. I think the other part is to get these kids into a high performance environment where they're playing against the Bass. We've got the games coming up. First, of course, the girls versus the white. SAHSI, wow, it sounds crazy, but it's only Stephen Adams High School Invitational, so it's less intimidating, it seems. And, of course, the boys coming up at 7:30 this evening.
Absolutely, from 7:30 the boys game, as we look at the starting fives in this girls game to tip us off for the white team. Alana Paiwai, Leata Tinana Williams, Jess Moores, Flo Dallo, and Zalia Kailahi Fulu. They'll be wearing the white singlets, of course, for coach, former Tall Fern herself, Justine Reed.
Justine, it's been a big week in camp. How did you come up with a game plan that will showcase everyone's abilities tonight?
I think it's easy when you've got players that have such good, a high skill level. So we're just looking for ways to kind of give them advantages and play off that.
And what are a couple of matchups we should be aware of?
I think the point guard matchup is going to be really good. We've got some good, young players and veteran players that are going to go against each other, teammates, so that's always good. And then inside, I think we've got a couple of really strong players that I think we should go.
Thank you so much and good luck.
For Team Black, starting for them, Raquel Sampson, Safina Tinana Williams, Jay Waihi, Ramona Fuiava'a, and Malika Samia will be starting for the black team. And for another former Tall Fern coach, Noni Martin, who's with Zara.
Now, Coach, how's the vibe in camp been this week? It's a pretty exciting opportunity.
Yeah, I've really enjoyed it. The vibe's been amazing. The girls have worked really, really hard this year. I've seen them in various competitions, and they've come into camp in really good shape. They're a little bit sore. Some of them were in the New Zealand camp, so we had to kind of take it a bit easy the first 2 days so that they'd have some legs ready for the game today. But the vibe's been great. Very fast, very talented group that we've got here, and hardworking.
There's the officials for the first game, Akin Reid, Terry Nash-Chung, and Dexter Fernandez, who will be donning the whistles in this one. And a good question there from Zara Casey for the coaches. Of course, the competitive spirit will take over, but it is about trying to harness every player's ability and showcase it.
And really not a lot of time to be able to surmise what those talents are, but we expect to see a lot of transition. They've been working on some new skill sets. I think a lot of the offenses that we'll see, I think we're plugged into a short amount of time as the boys are cheering on their female counterparts. And mostly what we're looking for is a lot of effort, the ability to assimilate that information they've gotten over the last couple of days and turn it into an on-court performance in a short amount of time.
Very different to last year where this played curtain raiser to the NBL Grand Final. But fantastic of the Stephen Adams Invitational, High School Invitational camp to get this up and running, given the interrupted year we've had. And we're underway. Raquel Sampson tipping, but it's going to be Team White who come away. And here's Alana Paiwai looking to get going early. The point guard who balled out for the Waikato Wizards during the Sal's NBL 18 and 18. And there we are with the first bucket of this one.
Beautiful pass, the way that Paiwai got into the lane, collapsed the defense, and still was able to keep her eyes up to find that assist at the end. Lovely basketball.
Zalia Kailahi-Fulu with the first points, and there she is with a steal at the other end as well, finding Paiwai. Heaves it up court.
That's good hands,
Back to Kailahi-Fulu, pulls up from the elbow. This time and drains it. 4 quick points for Kailahi-Fulu.
Team White really collapsing the defense early with penetration, both by the dribble and by the pass, causing that defense to collapse and finding opportunities on the perimeter because of it.
Here's Jay Waihi, another one who starred for the Waikato Wizards. They made it all the way to the final. Big offensive ball from Raquel Sampson, a strong move as well.
Lovely move by Raquel Sampson inside, really using that physicality to clear the space for that right-handed finish after the offensive rebound.
Was a champion in the NBL D-League with the Taranaki Thunder just a couple of weeks ago.
See that foul there, looked like it was called on Raquel Sampson. Probably a little bit unlucky, some physicality. They're trying to keep the team away from the basketball. Safina Tanana Williams really caused that turnover almost before the foul was called.
There's Paiwai. Trying to find herself a shot. And she deputizes. And it just doesn't drop. A few cracks of the whip to Jessica Moores, but away come Team Black. Safina Tanana Williams going up against her twin sister, Liata, in this one. The teams, of course, fashioned to bring up the best of the matchups, is why he shot just a little bit short. She'll have another go. This one from the top of the key. Short again.
Offensive rebounding opportunities. As we see, finally a foul on Safina Tanana Williams. As Alana Paiwai really did a nice job of tracking down the loose ball after a couple of offensive rebounding opportunities were taken there by Team Black.
Well, she was an absolute spark plug every time she came on the court in the NBL 18 and 18, Alana Paiwai. Here she is bringing the ball up for Team White.
No hands, play deep.
Excellent screen there to create that space.
Good hand from Sampson.
Couldn't quite thread the needle to get it through, but once again, defensive effort causing the turnover.
There's Moores, who we saw at the 3x3 National Cup. And out of bounds. Just stepping on the baseline there.
Subs in.
And you look for the nerves to be settled reasonably early here in this one. They've been playing against each other quite a bit. Of course, the Stephen Adams camp started right after a BBNZ Junior Tall Ferns, Junior Tall Black camp. So a lot of basketball for these young players in the last week and a half or so, and culminating in tonight's effort.
Right here with a nice dish to Sampson, who finishes with the floater.
Hands off.
Penetrating the defense, drawing those defenders, and finding your teammates for easy buckets. That's been the name of the game for both teams so far.
Yeah, you good. Watch that.
Paiwai drops it into Kailahi-Fulu. Steps through and is fouled. She'll go the line to shoot too.
We've heard a lot of talk from these coaches in the last few days at camp about trying to get that ball movement. Right now, both teams really sitting on that first side, penetrating defense, and we see the pass high, drive through, taking that contact, trying to use some quickness to get around Raquel Sampson. Instead, earns herself a trip to the free throw line.
Year 13 at St. Mary's College in Ponsonby. Younger sister, of course, of Jasmine Kailahi-Fulu, who's in the crowd tonight. Another champion with the Harbour Breeze. Makes her second.
Subs in. As we see Leata Tinana Williams checking out of the ball game.
Phoenix Patia out of Wellington East. Year 11 student into the game.
And strip attempted from the weak side, but a little bit too much contact in that turnover. Gonna end up in free throws. Seeing good, really nice communication from both teams early on. I think one of the great things about camps like this when you're young, I mean, a lot of these female athletes are going to be playing against each other for a long time in these competitions. You know, this is the future core of the Tall Ferns, and these are where these relationships are made as a young player, spending weeks away from home, just learning about one another and finding out who you like and occasionally sometimes who you don't like.
Ramona Fuiavata making both their free throws. Here's Paiwai at the other end. This Team White lets it get going. Trail 9-5, Jess Moores. Team Black with some good defense, but Paiwai sinks it anyway and stares down the boys Team Black who are cheering on their counterparts.
Let them know. Ice water in them veins with the defensive pressure. Does not matter for the jumper.
Nearly gets the strip as well. The other end, Paiwai, as they look to drop it into Sampson, it will remain Team Black ball.
Tell you what, the way these boys teams are cheering on, I'm not sure how much energy they're going to have for their games later on this evening. But love to see the enthusiasm. Nice defense there. Right to that 5-second call.
Second violation.
And that, didn't see any really solid screens left there. And when you're just cutting her end, if that defensive pressure can take away those passing lanes, and some really nice effort to force the turnover.
Paiwai brings it up. Mackenzie Boucher into the game, having to look after Paiwai. The baseline J.
Vitalia to Olave, missing that one.
Ari Kelly, great find. Good defense there from Team White. That's Tuilave with the block.
Oh, great break. Excellent vision to get it up. Probably wanted to use the glass on that one.
No hands.
And the reset to Team White. Here's Jess Moores. Looking to skip through the lane. Fires it out. Sampson finally goes in there and tidies it up for Team Black.
Nice offense, though. Good movement. The ball went through a lot of hands, and it culminated in an offensive rebounding opportunity as well. You've got to be pleased with that on Team White.
Sampson, great work, running off the big. Finished there.
Well, lovely decision there to make that cut and get into the lane using that screen by Ramona Furiba'a.
Yes, thank you. Subs in.
Offensive foul, legal screen, the call. Let's get some platoon subs coming into the game.
Legal screen, this is an all-star game. What's going on? But you see, look at that cut there. Read it, the defense really well. Once the loss of the defender, came down the lane, and a lovely finish off the glass after the nice pass.
Here's Mackenzie Boucher, daughter, of course, of Tall Black great Dylan. We've got a few daughters and sons of well-known basketball players in action this afternoon and evening, Casey. And there's one of them.
Yeah, I had the privilege of coming in and speaking to the teams, both teams last night, and just sharing some of my experiences as a basketball player, as a college player. And looking around, I realized I've known most of these kids since they're for their entire lives.
That's a shot just off, so here come Team White through Phoenix Patia. But a give and go with Lawson, and here's Paiwai showing that electric first step. Skips through the lane, and she'll earn a trip to the line with a line of Paiwai.
Well, really nice footwork there, recognizing what the defense had given and using that shot fake, getting the defender off balance before the step through without traveling. Just a really lovely decision. Look at that step through, the step up. Couldn't get the scoop, but takes the contact. Love her attitude. She's really, certainly a star in the making, is Paiwai.
Well, she's won pretty much every competition she's ever entered in basketball. That's what happens when you go to St. Peter's School in Cambridge and play for the Waikato provincial teams, until, of course, the Harbour Breeze got in her way and the Waikato Wizards' way at the NBL 18 and 18.
Well, there's nothing like practicing every day against other players that want the same things you do, because iron sharpens iron, and certainly being down there would have honed her skills quite nicely.
Skip through the lane and gets her own rebound, does Sarah Joy Arua.
Don't reach.
Stripped by Team White. Catalina Leslie came away with the ball. Here's Lily Park bringing the ball up for Team Black. Thought about the shot, finds Arua instead. Good position down low.
Well, great offensive rebound, crashing in for that one for Aria Cowley.
And she drains the three-pointer as well, Aria Cowley. At a Fraser High School in Hamilton.
Yeah, you're good.
Quincy Boucher showing those Boucher defensive skills.
Tuilave up with the right-handed baby hook.
She's doing a nice job finding post position. Needs to finish those shots, however.
And Arua comes down with this one. Here's Boucher bringing it up for Team Black. Surveying her options as she brings it up. Catch and shoot from Cowley, and it's back-to-back trays for Aria Cowley.
Well, perfect transition basketball. Mackenzie Boucher finding the lane, creating that shot opportunity by pushing the ball up, and Cowley finishes it off with a lovely triple.
Boucher with a tough defensive assignment down low on Vitalia Tuiolave, and she dutifully finishes nicely.
And Vitalia with a nice finish there.
Yeah, there's easy buckets for Jordana Davey.
Quick transition attack after the make. Tough to beat everybody back down, but that's good heads-up play, keeping your eyes up forward to see who's available.
Yeah, start reaching, start reaching.
Tuiolave. Back to Leslie. Almost stolen.
Lily Park, daughter of former Tall Black Sean Park. Showing some tenacity defensively, forcing the turnover. Andrew Parksey, long-time Otago Nugget, and my part-time travel agent.
Is Sampson going to work down low? She'll go to the line to shoot 2, having thought she'd almost been blocked. That's shaping up to be a good battle, isn't it? Vitalia Tuiolave and Raquel Sampson.
Really nice to see the interior talent coming up in this generation of women basketballer. You know, I think that's been consistently for the Tall Ferns. It's been tougher as we see Dylan Boucher overlooking things. Has been surveying things for the Stephen Adams High School Invitational all week.
Splitting time between chief organizer and proud dad in this one.
No, it's tough for basketball players. They judge it a lot more. Not a lot of pride. It's a lot of critiquing.
Tuiolave finds Lawson, and she's fouled as she drives baseline. I think the foul will be on the floor. It is.
She's got a really nice quick first step and utilizes it in a flash. With you see the high pass fake up and then bang, quickly by her, really blowing by the defender. Lily Park, a little bit too handsy after getting beat, and we're going to have free throws. This is the 5th foul in the bonus.
Out of Rutherford High School in West Auckland is Odessa Lawson, year 13. She drains her first from the charity stripe.
Yeah, that's all. Yeah.
And the second rattles in as well. As Kailai Fulu comes back into the game. And here's Jay Waihi, another one out of St. Peter's School in Cambridge. She's already committed to Wichita State, and she hit some big shots during the NBL 18 and 18. Boucher fires it out. Sampson with a good offensive board.
Nice pass.
Eventually, it's Liata Tinana Williams who comes away with it for Team White. Dribbling herself into a bit of trouble, and Sampson says, "I'll take that, thank you very much."
Well, the defensive intensity has been excellent, which is always good to see in a game like this.
Boucher is fouled.
Foul called on the ground before the shot, so that'll be baseline.
Subs in.
As Mackenzie Boucher checks out. And in comes Malika Samaya.
She's got to take her shots as the team's in the bonus. So back you come, please, young Miss Boucher.
Oh, so shooting it is. The call was on the baseline, but changed it around.
Out of the factory that is Westlake Girls High School.
I've heard of a player or two from Westlake.
Still in year 12 and very much a multi-sport student. I was playing a bit of volleyball as well. Highway showing off her handles as she brings it up for Team White. And her acceleration steps through. Great dish to the corner and finished off by Liata Tinana Williams.
Well, she is an explosive player. Is getting in there is Paiwai, really creating a lot of opportunities for her teammates on the perimeter and the interior with that speed.
Waihi and Paiwai were teammates for the Wizards, and they're just going at each other there as Sampson cleans it up, and she'll go to the line to shoot two with Raquel Sampson.
Well, Raquel Sampson is really doing an excellent job of putting herself in good position around the paint for these offensive rebounds, for these drop-offs. Look at the handle and the quickness. Turns the corner so quickly and decisively, bending that defense to her will, creating shot opportunities on the perimeter. That time it was her teammate, Leata Tanana-Williams.
Sampson, year 13 at Sacred Heart in New Plymouth. Had a bit of foul trouble in the D-League Grand Final, but when she was on, she was dominant in that one. As a carry called.
Yeah.
Jess Moores brings the ball up.
Somebody tell the refs this is an all-star game. Carries are okay. Little carry is not a bad thing.
But how will they learn, Casey?
Well, you don't see a lot of carries called. Not something most players get away with.
Why he drops it into
play.
Sampson. High off the glass, Raquel Sampson. Beautiful pick and roll action.
Jesali Iwahi with a nice penetration to the defense and the drop off for the Sampson finish.
Paiwai finds it to Lawson. Here's Kailahi Fulu driving.
Ooh, block called. I'll tell you what, she wore that one.
She certainly did. Malika Samia at Mount Maunganui College.
When you're on the tracks and block called, I think a little bit unlucky in that one. I couldn't quite see if her foot was in the charge circle, but regardless, the shot didn't go up, so might have been able to get away either way. But love to see that sacrifice of the body in a possession like that. Just no hesitation, got out there immediately, but wasn't rewarded.
Kailahi Fulu at the line, another one committed. She's off to Williston State Junior College. Misses her free throws, and Sampson comes down with the board.
Oh, picks the pocket. And a flagrant foul, or unsportsmanlike foul called after the beautiful defense being played there. Leata Tanana-Williams, tenacious defensively, really does a nice job of getting her hand down, taking that away. The foul from behind, so we're going to get free throws and possession for Team White because of that superlative effort by Tanana-Williams.
Foul called on Jay Waihi. So Leata Tanana-Williams, another one out of St Mary's Ponsonby. There's Kaltanana. Their father looking on. And a valued member of the Sky Sports crew, obviously, on the oval-shaped ball game. Paiwai shakes off the defense, puts up the three ball too strong. Jess Moore's waiting for it. Churning the corner for Team White and almost finishing. That was Flo Dallo. It will be black ball.
Well, good effort there. Unrewarded, however, so Black looks like they're going to get the last shot. 14 seconds to get it up. Jesali Park taking it up. Offensive foul there, yeah. Extended the forearm on the crossover, and we saw excellent defense by Flo Dallo coming across, moving the feet, taking that forearm shiver. And now we'll most likely see the last shot to White.
It's Paiwai who brings the ball out. 3 seconds on the game clock. Drops it in. Kailahi Fuller is fouled by Sampson just as she goes up, so she'll go the line with 0.6 remaining.
Well, once again, speed penetrating the defense. Paiwai knows exactly how much time is on the clock, sets up her teammate with just 0.6 of a second left.
And she makes the first from the line. Moores with the rebound, got to get it up quick. She does just that.
Unfortunately, no shot, I believe, called. I think the buzzer went off before that.
I'm just going to talk it over with the score bench's crew chief, O'Keen Reid.
Have a drink, get a drink. Hey guys, listen, that was a good first.
And we can head over to Team White's
We just got to tidy up
huddle
a
and listening to
little bit
Coach
on our
Justine
offense.
Reid.
We're still kind of going too fast, I think, and then we're not getting good options. Okay, so every time you guys are going back into old habits, so you know, like every time you're like slipping that, okay, and you're leaving her to dry a little bit, okay. So just let's run it, okay. Let's just run through it and just see what we can get out of it, okay. So yeah, same 5 on. So we'll try X. Okay, so that means, you know, even if you have to slow it right down, like get it over, slow it down, okay? And then, so we'll have Alana here, and let's go Lee here, Flo, and Jess. Sorry, other way.
The ball's on the opposite side of the court. You've got to have your foot right on the split line, all right? It's just talking, and when you get tired, you guys start getting into bad habits of laziness, sitting towards your man, okay? What else on offense? Our offense has actually been good. Tempo's been good. We're finding rack. She's getting the roll is on all day, okay? But we have to handle the ball well. They're starting to put some pressure on our ball handlers. We're starting to get a little bit.
What an absolute experience just for these young women to learn from the coaches they're learning from today, let alone the ones they've had in camp all week, Casey Frank.
Yeah, it's a great chance to pass that knowledge down. A lot of people have come through, and you're seeing, might be wondering, why isn't there more of a crowd here? Well, it's friends and family only. Limited seating coming in for this one, so it's quite nice to see the friends and family getting to support the next generation of basketball here in New Zealand.
It's 20 apiece here at Mount Albert Grammar School. Not that the score really.
Oh, it definitely matters.
Definitely matters. Oh, 21 apiece.
If it's worth playing, it's worth winning.
The black team have their last say in the huddle before they make their way back onto the hardwood. And as they make their way onto the court, we can hear from head coach Justine Reid. And Justine, it's been a close 20 points apiece. Here we are at quarter time.
Yeah.
Happy with what you've seen?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think still there's a little bit of nerves with the girls, so it's just trying to get them to settle down and, use their strengths. So I think it's also the first time that they've played together, so just trying to get them used to each other and, using their strengths.
In a game like this, though, Justine, you must be pleased with the defensive intensity that's been there right from the get-go. Not something you often see in an all-star game.
No, but I think we've been kind of concentrating on that, and just getting them to, really put pressure on, because then it, makes the game more interesting.
Are we seeing things that you guys worked on in camp? Is it translating into game time, or do you want to see a little bit more?
Definitely a little bit more. Not enough.
Thanks, Justine. Appreciate your time.
Thank you.
I think I knew that answer to that question to any coach before I was a word into it. And we're back underway in the second quarter.
And the twins matching up against each other to start the corner, the Tanana Williams sisters.
Pie White comes away with the first steal. Fires it.
Beautiful pass.
Down low. Good hands. Comes away with the ball as well, just Flo Dallo, but stolen away by Team Black. And here they come. Moore's doing well to get in the passing lane that time.
Tough angle to try and pull off that reverse layup, but look at the effort on Taiwai to force that turnover again. Leata Tanana Williams in there as well.
Don't reach.
Coming out running, both these teams in this second quarter. One pass too many that time for Team Black, so Paiwai will just slow things down for Team White.
But just a little bit sloppy. You'd like to see a tad better execution from both teams, less turnovers, but can't fault the effort defensively once again.
That was great defense that time from
Safina Tanana Williams getting in there on that one and bounces up quickly to bring it down the court.
Clean stripping it from the Paiwai, and this is a good battle to start the second quarter. Big screen from Sampson. Tanana Williams shooting from the elbow. Can't get it to go. Kalai Fulu gets the rebound and sends her own teammate flying. And then an opponent.
Like I said, if it's worth playing, it's worth winning.
Yeah. Girls going flying left, right, and center out here as Liata Tanana Williams drops one in from the free throw line.
Called that bank shot. I'll give her the benefit of the doubt. They take the 2-point lead.
Here's Sampson. Kalai Fulu on her. What a matchup that is.
Oh, nice crossover and finish for the dish. Oh, Sampson couldn't quite get it off the glass, unfortunately.
We heard Coach Nonnie Martin, I should say that at quarter time. Keep playing rack, she said. Well, that rack is Raquel Sampson.
Ooh, good jab step to create that driving angle. And nice find on the weak side.
Jess Moore's three doesn't go. We saw her hit 3 after 3 at the 3x3 down in Invercargill for the New Zealand select team as subs come in.
There we see the ball comes off the rim. Who wants it? Me! Get out of the way! When the train's coming through, you got to get off the tracks. Oh, then you see the recognition. She's like, oh, sorry, I like you. You're in white.
No, it's amazing. What a replay. The apology that is wonderful from Zalia Kalai Fulu, and it was all smiles from Sister Jasmine in the crowd. Here comes Team White. Patia coming away with the ball, finding flow. Dallo takes the contact, but just can't finish. Patia with a good offensive board. Paiwai fakes the handoff to Moores. Directing traffic out there, but
nice defensive effort.
Jay Waihi there, getting in the passing lane, but White steered it right back at half court, and here's Jess Moores. Dropping into
Vitalia Tuolave finds
Dallo.
Dallo on the perimeter, can't hit it.
Will she have another crack this time? She drives, spins on Sampson, puts it up, but Sampson almost came down with the board. Instead, Jay Waihi comes down with it, just looks to settle things down for Team Black. Instead, they might lose it at half court again. They don't.
Oh, penetrating pass, but good weak side defensive effort by Vitalia Tuolave to knock that one out of the sky.
Paiwai wide open. She'll shoot that three. She does. Just off the front of the rim. Cowley, who's made back-to-back threes in the first quarter, brings it up for Team Black. Jump ball. The call. The possession arrow pointing the way of Team White, and we have a timeout called by Team Black.
Just having a little chat about things, just settling down just a bit. Black shooting an excellent percentage. They're just about 50% from the field right now, but 8 turnovers. And White has been dominating the offensive glass.
Defensively, we're not boxing out, okay? We're not boxing out at all. Boxing out is not turning around and looking at the hoop. Boxing out is going and finding your man and making sure they don't get the ball, okay? If you make sure your man doesn't get the ball, then usually we end up with the ball, all right? That's the first thing. If they don't get more than one shot, they're not being effective at the moment. It's when they get 2, 3, and 4 that they're effective, okay? Down the other end, if you haven't noticed, Rack is killing it. Yeah. She's setting some great screens, and when we actually dribble hard off the screens that she's setting, we're getting her open or we're getting a shot, one of the two, okay? So we've got to keep doing that, but I would rather move the ball 2 or 3 times before we just start, okay? Start doing on balls. Okay, we've got to get some more ball movement, all right?
They're already looking to take the handoff. Like the defender who's marking the ball, they're already coming up to take the new person coming off.
Start doing the counters.
Back on 3, 1, 2, 3, Black!
Let's go. Look at the backdoor counters.
Great put there. Wainana, we were talking about the offensive glass. You know, they've got 9 more shots than they do right now, and all based off of glass because both teams have the same amount of turnovers. Control that possession game. They'll really find themselves in a nice position to get this dub.
Moores runs into traffic, and that'll be a travel. Good defense there, Team Black. Raquel Sampson getting in the way.
She's been getting in the way of a lot of people this early afternoon so far.
At least we have to get the ball into Team Black, and they do well. Cowley does well to find Waihi in the end. Shotgun up, block again by
Tuolave. Taking it out of the sky again, just unfortunately threads the needle with the pass a little too closely.
Cowley comes away with it at half court and just slows things down for Team Black. Here's Boucher. Goes around a big screen, looks for the roll, instead finds a bit of space up with the baby hook, but that doesn't go.
Good footwork, but the intimidation factor of the shot blocking Tuolave affects another one, I think.
Lawson, baseline J, and that drops for Odessa Lawson out of Rutherford High School. And there's Jasmine Kailahi-Fulu on the Harbour Breeze watching on. Watching her sister Zalia. Knock people over left, right and centre so far.
Gotta appreciate that.
Sampson showing the touch from the free throw line.
Really nice two-woman game there coming off the screen. Finding Sampson with a little drop pass through the pocket for what looks like an easy finish, but is a lot harder than we made it. Look that time.
Dallo trying to find a bit of space. Beautiful cut and a good find as well. And there's Vitalia Tuolave.
Well, nice job by Tuolave and Dallo, neither giving up on the play. The cut by Tuolave creating an easy finish at the end of it.
Waihi trying to fashion herself a bit of space up with the underhanded left. Big offensive ball by Sampson. She puts it back in.
Just putting herself in good position each and every play, whether it's off the screen or off somebody else's shot. She is in the right place at the right time to receive that basketball.
It's Dallo. Again, looking to turn the corner. Flies into Boucher, but one step too many as she landed. As we have a lot of subs coming in.
Mass substitutions. Get those fresh bodies in. Left, right, center, all over the court. But it's an all-star game, so everybody coming in is good, so it's okay.
All right, Cowley will bring it up with Alana Paiwai paying close attention to her, getting a hand on the ball there. There's Lily Park trying to find a bit of space. Does so, but Tessa Lawson did well. Followed her the whole way and came away with the block and the ball. It's just bumped out of bounds by Sarah Joy Arua.
Well, the defensive effort is certainly affecting the execution on both sides of the court. But up to this point, I think both teams have been doing a nice job of fighting through that physicality. As we're seeing play stoppage, getting one more sub in. As Malika Samaya checks in.
Terry, you are the main.
Paiwai pulls the screen from Lawson, ignores it, drops it down low to Kailahi-Fulu. He's defended well.
Good pass.
Gets the ball, gets another board, and this time gets it to go. Zalia Kailahi-Fulu.
Well, the offensive rebound still doing the job for Team White, but transition getting it done for Team Black as Mackenzie Boucher seagulls out for the finish.
Savannah Cook on the One Tree Hill College in Auckland, finding Catalina Leslie. Shot's going to have to go up as the shot clock expires. It does, and it doesn't go from Cook, so Arua brings it up.
Well, good job by the bench to let their teammate know that the shot clock was running down, and in transition,
too strong.
Samaya can't find it.
It's Paiwai the other way for Team White. Boucher on her, shrugs off Boucher, but the finger roll won't go. And that's a good rebound. (28-26). It's an arm wrestle out there in this invitational game. Nice drop step down low. Follow again, another aggressive rebound.
Searching out the physicality. Lily Park tries to get in there. Kalani says, no, no.
Dawson's 3 is off. And Boucher will just slow things down. Just tough to do with Alana Paiwai on you.
I think we got a shot clock issue here. Might go off here in a second, even though it's...
Boucher, the fake handoff, blows the layup though.
A beautiful move to get there. Got to get that finish.
Cook's going to work down low. Leslie with the offensive ball. Kalai Fulu this time bumped off herself by Jordana Davey. Another one we saw in action at the 18 and 18 for the Capital Swish. She's had a Sacred Heart and Lower Hutt.
Just amazing basketball opportunities being presented to this generation of basketballer.
Well, you mentioned, Casey, about how some of these players were a bit jaded, having come in from Junior Tall Ferns camp. Well, a fair few of them as well were playing 18 straight days of basketball in Senior Women's League.
Oh, so we're seeing some tattoos being shown off on the bench. Kiva McBurney Griffin showing off that ink. Keep the shirt on though, young fella.
Kalai Fulu, pump fake, fires it back to Cook. From the top for 3, nothing but twine. Savannah Cook out of One Tree Hill College.
I really like the way the white teams has bent the defense with their penetration and really unselfish with the basketball afterwards.
Another steal for Alana Paiwai. She wants it back. She gets it. Fake handoff from her. Looks to drop it over the top. It's just knocked out of bounds by Malika Samir.
Defensive effort stays strong.
Paiwai takes a seat for Team White.
Well-deserved break.
Long 2 goes up from Zalia Kalahifulu. Boucher comes down with the rebound.
Step back.
3 ball up and off the glass.
Good footwork shown. This unfortunately couldn't get the finish.
Oh, great cut back door there from Flo Dallow and a beautiful find from Savannah Cook.
Both teams have moved really well without the basketball, never giving up on the play. That perpetual motion creating a lot of opportunities to finish.
Arua driving, but great defense from Catalina Leslie, who just strips her clean. Flo Dallow trying not to run into the score bench, was trying to skip back into bounds, but couldn't do it in time.
Well, the thought process was good, but just couldn't get in bounds on time.
Not the depth of sidelines that they will eventually be used to once they make their way to the next step of their basketball careers. Here's Boucher.
A lot of lines on the basketball court here. Thankfully, the further up you get, the less lines there are.
Stepped out of bounds there, did Davey.
Just 10 seconds left. Flo Dallow putting on the moves with the spin move to finish. Only 5 seconds left for the last shot.
And the ball goes through the hands of Arua. So again, Team White might get a chance. 0.7 seconds of a chance.
Gonna have to chuck it down around the cup. Gonna be difficult to get off a regular shot.
And that'll do us for the second quarter of action. 35-26. Team White pulled away in that second quarter. Zalia Kalahifulu with 8 points so far. Raquel Sampson leading the way for Team Black. So it's the two bigs who are leading the way, Casey Frank.
And it's really the offensive rebounding for Team White, those extra opportunities they're creating. I think outside of that, both teams have been playing reasonably close, taking care of the basketball and whatnot. But let's hear from the players themselves what's going on.
Absolutely. Let's hear from Lily Park, who's with Zara Jillings. Lily, White team really went on a run at the end of that quarter. Where were they getting the better of you?
I think we just needed to get back on defense there. Our offense wasn't really moving, so we just keep running up and down. We just need to slow it down and put more pressure on them when they're down when we're on defense.
And your defense personally has been really solid. Anything you're looking to do in the second half?
Just continue it. I feel like I'm trying to work as hard on defense because my offense isn't really flowing right now. So just keep working on that and keep talking it up with my teammates to work together.
Thanks so much and good luck for the second half.
Thank you.
Well, love to see the enthusiasm from Lily Park out there talking about that effort, that intensity, but what's going right for the white team on the other side?
Absolutely. Alana Paiwai has been leading the way, and she's with Zara.
Alana, you've been working so hard this first half. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling good. Just getting used to playing with the different girls, the best of each team basically in the country, so it's good.
It's a really exciting showcase. So what do you want to bring with your team in the second half?
We're just looking to share the ball around, get good openings, and just really show all our talents between all 10 of us.
Thanks so much. Keep working hard.
Thank you.
Thank you, Lana. Thank you, Zara. 35-26. Team White lead Team Black here in the Stephen Adams High School Invitational Showcase. It's the first of a doubleheader. Half-time in the girls' game. The boys' game coming up from 7:30. And we'll be back with the third quarter of the first one after the break, right here on the home of sport, Sky Sport. Half-time in the first of the doubleheader in the Stephen Adams High School Invitational Games. The girls are up first, and it's Team Black who are trailing Team White 35-26. So we see some young fans.
The youngest of the Boucher clan.
Watching big sister Mackenzie go to work. Hugh Bannon and Casey Frank with you for this one. Zara Jillings working courtside for us, and what a pleasure it is to see 40 of Aotearoa's finest prospects on the hardwood going to work this afternoon and this evening. The boys' game getting underway from 7:30, but so far in the girls' game it has been the battle of the bigs, and Raquel Sampson for Team Black, Casey, has been doing work.
Well, they haven't been looking for a whole lot out of the offense, but she's been finding her own with the offensive glass. She's been attacking it, and when her teammates have been looking for her on those penetrations, she's put herself in the right place, also creating opportunities for her teammates by setting screens, making nice passes, but her finishing inside is what's led to that 13-point leading scorer in the ball game, and well-deserved it is.
Using her strength and size is the Taranaki Thunder player Raquel Sampson. What about the young lady she's going up against, Zalia Kailahi Fulu out of St. Mary's in Ponsonby?
Yeah, she's really done a nice job as well of putting herself in a position to be effective. Hasn't quite scored as many points, but she's been so effective on the defensive end. We've seen that physicality with the rebounds, setting everybody up, showing the jump shot as well with the feathery touch from the perimeter. And what a nice thing to have for a player that's got that strength inside. She's banging through girls on the way to the basket and banging through her own teammates to get the rebounds, but the apology's there, so it's all okay.
Yeah, that's going to go down as one of the great replays of 2020, that apology. Wonderful stuff, 35-26. Team White lead Team Black here at halftime. Third quarter coming up after the break here on Sky Sport. Welcome back. Yes, it's the Stephen Adams High School Invitational Day. The culmination of a week's work at camp for these young men and women. Half-time in the first of our doubleheader, the girls' game. And it's Team Black who get us back underway. They trail 26-35. Straight into the action is Safina Tanana Williams. There's a lot of power for Team White, and Jess Moores look to get their hand all over that ball. Tanana Williams cuts baseline, but throws it only as far as Team White, and away they go the other way. That was twin to twin, but playing on different sides this time.
Yeah, not used to it, having the twin on the opposition team, I think, that often, but this time one sister steals from another.
And they're matching up in this one as well, the Tanana Williams.
Nice cut by Safina, better pass. Unfortunately, couldn't get the finish. Was Malika Samia, yeah.
It's Flo Dallo. Had some pretty moves down low in the first half. Pie White. Jump step.
Stayed in the key a little bit too long, did Vitalia Tuolave. He's definitely taught by her dad to post up strong in the paint, and just like her dad, doesn't listen to refs.
Tanana Williams bringing it up with Pawai, finds Jay Waihi. Drops down the lane, Jess Moores with a good hand. There's Sampson turning the corner to Olave again with good defense down low. Moores in the passing lane. We've said that a few times already this afternoon.
Well, White's been a little bit more active, I think, as the game's gone along. That's what's gotten them their lead, creating those opportunities with defense. But Raquel Sampson shows a little bit of defense of her own, snatching the ball away from Jess Moores.
Flo Dallo this time, getting in the passing lane. And that's out of bounds. She waited for a teammate to come and help her out. None did, so
I just grabbed
she took the medicine.
Tried to reestablish herself inside, and not the opinion of the officiating crew.
Look for Raquel Sampson. Passes out of the low block, and it works out as Jay Waihi drops in the mid-ranger.
Well, gave up a pretty good shot for a better shot, and drains a difficult mid-range baseline jumper.
Pie White, who has pretty much been at the heart of everything Team White have done. She looks to find Dallo, but that is well read by Malika Samia. Here's Tanana Williams. Pulling up from the elbow. Sampson, offensive ball, drops into her hands. She drops it into the hoop. She'll go to the line for one more.
Raquel Sampson continues to put in the work down low. Offensive rebound opportunity. Cutting the lead to 7. Big free throw here. Will make it a possible 2-possession game with a couple of triples.
She's on her way to Auburn University at Montgomery, 2021. She misses a 3-point play opportunity, and Jay Waihi does well to tie up Dallo for a jump ball, but it will remain White ball.
Yeah, just great to see all these young athletes get opportunities overseas, and hopefully a few more will be able to sign. It's a difficult time to try and travel to the States with everything that's going on over there with COVID. But I think the opportunities will certainly reopen themselves soon.
Dallo firing through to Olave, mid-range. Jay drains it.
In a short amount of time, both teams have really created a lot of knowledge about one another. They feel very comfortable out there on the court and knowing where everybody's going to be.
Waihi dropping it down low to Tanana Williams. Sampson showing off her mid-range game as she drains it as well. Raquel Sampson, 16 points for her in this one.
Well, putting it together very nicely. Hits the big jumper there.
Dallo with a nice cut. Pass came a little late, so she fires it back out, but that's well read by Samir again as the subs come in.
There we see the pass down to the baseline, penetrating with the pass, finding Raquel, the shooter, and straight into the action. And Raquel on the replay, Raquel on the rebound. She's everywhere.
Here's Waihi carving her way baseline, dropping it off to Samia, who finishes on her second attempt.
Oh, nice cut to get there. Couldn't get the finish, but the stick-to-itiveness with the tip, showing some nice agility with the hands there.
Dallo showing off her handles as well. Jess Moores finds Odessa Lawson. It's a long two from Odessa Lawson that doesn't drop. Moores, though, comes down with the rebound. Dallo from the top for three. Boucher comes down with the board. She'll bring it up. Patia in her way.
Kenzie Boucher dribbling the air out, coming down, finding the teammate.
Floated just a little.
Who gets the rebound? Raquel Sampson, but only 6 left on the shot clock because it didn't draw iron.
Step back three from Jay Waihi. Nothing but twine.
She cares not for the shot clock rolling down. She will hit the jumper anyway.
Here's Dallo. Patia finds Lawson to Olave. Turnaround jumper over Sampson. Not an easy task and not successful this time. Waihi running the lane beautifully. Oh, what a finish as well from Jay Waihi, and there's a timeout call from Team White as Team Black right back in this one.
Left hand off the spin move. Nice catch in traffic, navigating the defenders with the ability to hit that layup. And here we see that big three, shot clock winding down, a little bit of a step back, create the space to create the triple. Nothing but the bottom of the net.
Offensively too, we're not. Oh, sorry. Offensively, we need to like get back into our flow. Yeah? We're all going back to individual and trying to do it 1-on-5 and like making 50-50 passes. Okay, like take your time. We need to own the possession now. Look, we're back to 0-0. Yeah, just like that. Okay, so now we got to work hard again to try and get it up. They've got the momentum. Okay, so let's bring it back and just go for it. Okay, let's go. We got it. Let's go. Let's go.
White on 3, 1, 2, 3, white. Black on 3, 1, 2, 3, black. Hey, I heard someone call a switch.
39 apiece. Here it is between Team White and Team Black. 5 minutes to go.
There we see that fast break action getting into the paint. Jay Waihi using the footwork, finishing with the left hand. In transition to tie it up. What a nice fight back here by Black to get themselves back into this ball game. Does White have the answer?
Jay Waihi, another one from St. Peter's School in Cambridge, would have been to a few big dances in the New Zealand Secondary School arena as Odessa Lawson looked for the magical finish, but Jess Moores gets the rebound, just couldn't finish it. She's working hard down low though.
This has been an issue for Team Black as possession arrow goes towards Black, but when Raquel Sampson checks out of the game, it's become a little bit difficult for them to control the glass to the same level. She's been so important offensively, leading scorer in the game with 16. Where are they going to get their buckets with her out?
Comes off the bottom of the backboard.
Thankfully not the back, the bottom's still in play.
So Jay Waihi will eventually bring it up for Team Black. Patia on her, Phoenix Patia that is. Good screen and roll though from Team Black and finished off nicely.
Well, really dissected that defense. The switch came a little bit late, but the finish was lovely.
Jordana Davey it was. Alana Paiwai fires up three from the other end, but that doesn't drop. Moores again with the offensive board. Kailahi Fulu bullying her way to the hoop and finishing nicely off the glass.
Showing some more of that offensive skill into double digits now. Joining Raquel Sampson.
Finds Cowley. Here's Waihi.
Keep moving, keep moving, keep moving.
Just orchestrating proceedings out there is Jay Waihi for Team Black. Pulls up from the edge of the key. Moores almost with the board, but it will be Team Black ball.
Hustle by Lily Park getting in there.
Is it 24 seconds, so it didn't hit the shot. Yep.
Shot clock violation is the call. We don't have a buzzer,
sirens,
I don't think.
Quiet buzzers in the gym.
Don't want to hurt anybody's ears. Then we see the hustle. Lily Park did the work, but really that ball didn't hit the rim, so shot clock violation.
Jallo, nice pass. the backdoor cut. Team White just struggling to get the ball in the hoop at the moment after some nice offensive play.
Excellent vision there. To get that pass in there. Flo Dallow finding their teammate, but couldn't get the finish once again.
Waikato teammate Paiwai on her. She blows by Paiwai, and she's fouled at the hoop by Alana Paiwai, so Jay Waihi will go to the line to shoot 2.
Really utilizing an explosive change in speed there. Crosses up outside. You see it just really takes off quickly, catches Paiwai by surprise, and couldn't get the finish, but takes the contact to go to the line. Hits the first. And the first lead for Black in quite some time.
All of a sudden, they started making their shots, Casey. 45% they are now from the field.
It's weird how that helps you get this lead.
Raquel Sampson comes back into the game with her team in the lead.
Watch that, yep.
Here's Paiwai. Boucher doing well. Sampson straight away fetching a turnover, but then committing one of her own.
Just a little aggressive with the lead there, trying to ignite the fast break. Unfortunately, leads to a turnover. But in a game like this, you love it when they err on the side of aggressiveness. You don't want to be timid. You want to see them really going for it.
Paiwai dashes into the lane and then pulls up from the edge of the key for 2.
Yeah, finds that space as Raquel Sampson was closing on her, so she made sure she pulled up before Sampson could contest that shot.
Kalai Fulu slaps that out of the air to Leslie. And the turnover's creeping back into the game for Black as Dallow finds Kalai Fulu. Big block, but an illegal one from Raquel Sampson.
14 is the foul.
And Zalia Kailahifulu will head to the line to shoot 2.
Well, the battle in the paint has been fantastic. Justine Reed told us before the game that was one of the matchups she was most looking forward to, was what was going to be going on down there.
This is both. Sampson comes down with the board. It's Tanana Williams-Leata, that is. She'll go to the line now, fouled by Flo Dallow after a determined drive.
The physicality has picked up a little bit. The execution's dropped ever so slightly, but the quickness is still certainly out there. That effort defensively hasn't dipped whatsoever.
Makes her first as
Safina, Tanana Williams. Quick off the free throw line. Gets them both to hit.
Some intent team wide on that one, but Raquel
jump ball called.
Sampson. Possession area going the way of Team White.
Yes.
Zalia Kalahifulu knew exactly where it was going. Look at that. Hands on ball. Neither player willing to give it up.
They're already jostling position down low for the inbounds as well, but it's fired over the top to Flo Dallow. Paiwai as Team White clear out for it. She's going to go to work on Tanana Williams. Drops it in. Kalahifulu, good footwork. Up and under, and it's going to be white ball again as Park just knocks the ball out of bounds.
Well, if Black could just find a way to contain this offensive rebounding machine that is the White team, they would have been in much better shape, but just haven't been able to stop that effort.
Paiwai with the handles.
She's twisted the ankle. Looks like she came down on somebody's ankle there. In instant pain. Is she grabbing her knee? I hope not. Oh, that would be really unfortunate.
Justine Reed comes out to
She is in a
have a look
lot
at the court.
of pain.
She has been one of the stars in this game, so that is horrible to see.
And unfortunately, wondering where that tweak came from. It looks like she's grabbing the knee, which would be really unfortunate. And just saw it immediately.
Just on the jump stop, went down, maybe that left knee just buckling there.
Yeah, only hope is, of course, it's not serious, but she is certainly in a lot of pain right now. Thankfully, the physio jumping right onto that to look after her. And this is, of course, the last thing you would want to see for young, promising players, having to deal with this. And we'll see how long this takes down there as they're discussing exactly what the injury is.
Another year of school ahead of her does Alana Paiwai at St. Peter's. 16 years old, and she's had a fantastic last couple of months of basketball, lighting it up on the national stage for the Waikato Wizards.
Robert Tuolave and Daryl Cartwright looking on.
As the teams will recongregate in their huddles, as Paiwai's just seen to by the physios here at Mount Albert Grammar School.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure what that injury was. Couldn't quite see it, but lovely to see her be able to get out and walk off under her own power. Being helped a little bit there. Even from certainly limping, but can't really definitively see from that what's causing the distress. But of course, our thoughts are with her as she's dealing with that right now. Both teams taking the impromptu timeout to discuss things through a little bit.
Well, a tough thing for these rest of these players to get on with, isn't it? Considering they just spent last week in camp with each other, and to see one of them go down will be tough to get their heads around, but such is the world of sport, Casey, as you know.
Unfortunately, you got to have a short memory for things like that. You need to, the game rolls on regardless of who's out there to play it.
And I'll have one last chat with the teams, timeout called by the referees. Let them talk things over. With 2 minutes to go here in the third quarter, and it's a close one, 45-43, Team Black lead. They've come back nicely in this third quarter, having been down at halftime.
Still discussing things. I think we should be getting back into things shortly, hopefully.
Referee Keen Reid blows the whistle, and you're watching the Stephen Adams High School Invitational Games, the first of a doubleheader. The girls' game is followed by the boys' game at 7:30. And it's a bit of an arm wrestle so far. This one, 45-43. Black leading White.
Did look like White was going to run away with it for a while. They had to control the game. We're up 9 with some great effort by Black, total team effort defensively, and Jay White has really come out to play in the third quarter, bringing her team back.
Well, how will Team White do without the player that's been playing the lion's share of the point guard minutes? As Partia's jump shot is off. Rebound by Park, but also Kailahi Fulu, and that's another jump ball this time. It'll be Black possession.
Kailahi Fulu, she is in there, play after play, sticking her nose in to get that basketball.
There's Safina Tanana-Williams. Good screen there from Giordana Davey, and Tanana-Williams says thank you very much and finishes the easy 2.
Somebody on the weak side lost their assignment on that one, was paying attention to their assignment instead of the basketball.
Isaiah finds Savannah Cook. She puts the ball on the floor, drives, and White will keep the ball. So just check an issue with the clock.
7 seconds left on the shot clock to get one off here with 1:23 left in the quarter.
Jess Moore's catch and shoot for 3, too strong, and the rebound poked out of bounds, and it will remain a White possession.
Well, that one looks like they might have missed. Thought that might have gone off White, but staying here discussing it now. They're discussing it now. Stays here, stays with White. tried to trick the official. Both teams doing their best.
Moores gets the ball from the top. Patia for 3 from the wing. Down it goes. Phoenix Patia out of Wellington East.
Phoenix Patia does an excellent job of setting her feet, waiting for that pass. Jess Moores puts it right on target for an easy completion of the triple.
Bounce pass that Raquel Sampson was picked off by Zalia Kalahifulu, and away come Team White the other way. Jess Moores on the wing. Looks to drop it into Kalahifulu, but Sampson comes away with this time, and that's a foul there. Reaching into the honeypot from Zalia Kalahifulu.
And we get another look at it on the triple previously. Phoenix dropping it. This is Jess Moore's drive. Phoenix rises with that triple there.
Black looking to extend their lead by 2. They do just that. Jordana Davey with a nice cut and finish.
Well, it's a beautiful pass in between defenders to create that opportunity for the finish.
Savannah Cook goes around the screen, fires out the jump shot. She's fouled as she does so she'll go on the line to shoot 2.
Well, a little bit too aggressive defensively by Safina Tanana Williams there, getting up underneath the shooter. As Savannah Cook takes that foul. Drains a big free throw as White's looking to get back to even, down 2.
Year 12 at One Tree Hill College in Auckland. She misses her second rebound, Kalahifulu. And they're back into the action are White. Here's Patia looking to go back from 3. That one's short, rebounded by Arua. And that pass is thrown out of bounds, but only after being tipped by Patia, who saved Team Black there a little bit.
It's always appreciated when the defender helps you out and takes away a turnover.
Relax, no cuddles yet. Wait till they blow the whistle.
So Lily Park, who was part of the Auckland Dream Wider training squad, gets us back underway. Sabina Tanana Williams up with the left hand. She's fouled and she'll go to the line. The hoop and the harm.
Well, that's a couple of excellent drives in a row for Safina. Gets that defender on her hip, realizes it off that screen, and goes straight to the hole. Just too quickly for the weak side defense to come around and contest whatsoever. And once you got that defender on your hip, you know you're going to expect the foul, so you just concentrate on that finish. She does that very nicely with a chance for the N1 now.
And a bit of sunlight coming into the gym.
Luckily for her, it's not coming in from the other side. Would have been a difficult free throw indeed.
2 seconds as Patia puts it up. Oh, she banks it in as well to finish the 3rd quarter. Why not a deep 3-pointer off the backboard for Phoenix Patia to ice the 3rd quarter and bring Team White within 1, 51-50.
Well, 2 out of 3 to finish the quarter off the defender. Let it fly, why not? The bank is open late in the afternoon here in Mount Albert Grammar School. What a finish to the quarter to pull themselves within 1.
Hey guys, listen. Okay, I'm going to show you guys, okay? And it might be one of you guys that are marking one of those people, okay? So they're looking for the 3 or 4 to go and set a screen with the ball, okay? So I watched last time, I think it was Raquel walk all the way up here, set the screen, and we just let her do that. And then this person, cool, okay, got blindsided. Okay, so we got to talk about that, okay? Now, I don't care what you guys do, but you posts need to come closer and push it, okay? I don't care if you guys get beat or whatever, okay? I'd rather that you guys stop this.
You've got to hit her like this, okay? Use your whole body, don't use your hands.
Okay, and then
Just be ready for the drive and pitch, because there'll be some help from it.
Does everyone know what jamming is?
Yeah.
So jam up as well?
Yeah. Offensively, when we move the ball well, and you guys are now getting smart, you're countering. The back doors are on because they're trying to overplay and pressure you. That was a good Jordana, that was beautiful. The rolls where you're setting up and sealing. Play the fake handoffs and go. That's working. We've had 2 of those now and got layups off them. Okay, so the counters are on because they know what you're doing now. Okay. Yeah. You can still run a set now and again. Okay. Yeah. I don't think I've seen cross happen and that's because we're not beat cutting.
Nolly Williams and Justine Reed, I should say, talking to their teams. It's a close one, 51-50, 10 minutes to go in this one. And a rather wry comment there from Nolly Martin saying, you can still run a set now and then if you want, girls, you know.
What is she talking about? She was never running sets. She's going straight to the cup.
Well, we're going to hear from her now, aren't we? Nolly Martin, who's over at the Team Black bench, and we can have a chat with her now. And Nolly, a nice wry comment there we just heard from you saying you can still run a set every now and then if you want, girls.
Yes.
Well, is that, I don't know if that's coaching exactly the way you played, because I kind of remember you as more of a gunner, not running all the sets all the time.
That's for sure. Yes, we like the motion plays here because it's helping the girls learn how to play on the fly, which they're not that great at. They're used to structure. So, but to settle them in a bit, I'm hoping that they play a few sets now and again because they get a little bit rapid, I'd call it.
Well, in a short amount of time, it hasn't been a very long camp, but you're trying to put a lot of information in. Have you been impressed by their ability to take it up and bring that in and bring it into fruition here in the game today?
Yes, I have, particularly because this motion we're running is a 4-out, 1 in. And the floor positioning is a lot different than what they're used to. I mean, you know, most of the time it's a 3-out, 2 in. And it's quite hard in a motion set to adjust to being in those spots when you're not used to being in a 4-out set. So they've really adjusted well, I thought, for 2 days of camp.
Absolutely. They're putting on a show for us as well. Appreciate your time, Coach.
Thank you.
Nolly Martin, former tool firm. They coach a Team Black and they lead by 1 point, 51-50.
Well, it's been a fantastic effort by both teams to keep this one a ball game as we lets it fly off the inbounds baseline, losing defenders, but once again, offensive rebound for Team White, smashing the glass.
Yeah, that's Nana Williams this time, and she tries to find Flo Dallow. She does, but Dallow's pass goes only as far as Jay White, who goes coast to coast and comes away with 2 points.
Jay White has been superb here in the second half, taking a lot of that scoring ledge. She's got 11 points now.
Sampson just pushes Tanana Williams off the ball and a foul's called.
Come on, girl. Come on, girl.
There we see the drive, the foul. Raquel Simpson saying, what'd I do? Barely hit her.
Oh, the pass looking for Lave was picked up nicely by Waihi, and that's a beautiful bounce pass as well. She gets it back and she finishes as well. Jay Waihi doing all sorts out here.
Initiating the break, finding teammates with the pass, and then not giving up on the play, continuing to move. Kinetic with that cut for the easy layup.
So Dessa Lawson, a 2-man game there with Vitalia Tuilave, but stripped by Aria Cowley. 55-50 it is, Team Black leading Team White as Cowley just slows things down, and maybe they will run a set. And we're looking for Raquel Sampson. Hands it off to Waihi. Down into Sampson, drop step and finish from the Taranaki girl.
Excellent deep post position, really setting up shop down low, so it's an easy drop step for the finish.
Out to Tanana Williams, the jump shot over Sampson, and that'll go out of bounds. And back over the ball as Zalia Kailahefulu, I should say, comes back into the game to reignite that matchup between Sampson and her. Sammy with the step back, drops it into Sampson. Good. Another block from
Vitalia Tuilave, laying down the down low. Really contesting these shots, and that's the kind of defensive effort that the white team needs to get back into this one. She going for it, perfect timing to get that one up, and she was out of bounds twice, I think, on that one. Great defensive effort.
That's her third clean block of the game, and there's certainly been a couple more where she's affected the shot magnificently as Dallow loses the ball out of bounds, well defended by that young lady there, Jay Waihi.
A lot of attention being paid to these perimeter penetrations right now. The defense is collapsing, and in the first half, Team White was doing a nice job of recognizing that, finding out the lanes as we see the steal in the lane by Jess Moores.
Around the back for Jess Moores. Up she goes, and down it goes. Jess Moores with the steal and the finish.
Here in the second half, Team White on the penetration hasn't found their teammates as often as the first half.
Quick reply from Black. Jay Waihi finding Jordana Davey.
Waihi playing fantastically here in the second half. Just making every right decision offensively and doing a good job defensively here as well.
Waihi hits the deck as Moores finds Flo Dallow.
Snipers all over. Body's going down.
It remains white ball after some quick passing from Team White and taking some heavy contact too.
Well, the physicality did not get left in the dorm rooms today. They have brought it with them to the court, laying the wood.
Moores gets the inbound, but just drops it on the sideline.
Subs in.
She heads to the bench. Savannah Cook comes back in for Team White, and Mackenzie Boucher will get us back underway. Here's Malika Samia driving, speed, gets the ball back. Boucher with the high arcing floater, and down it goes for Mackenzie Boucher.
Mackenzie Boucher, right place, right time, and Black has just taken over here in the fourth quarter, stretching this lead out to 9 points.
Team White, of course, out here without Alana Paiwai. Tuolave gets a nice finish after the sweet dish from Flo Dallow.
Good interior passing there. Moving without the basketball is Tuolave, opening herself up for the Dallow assist. Defense again by Tuolave, getting in the passing lane, taking away the roll. Just 13 seconds left on the shot clock.
Jay Waihi will inbound the ball. Does to Malika Samia, turns the corner. And the finger roll, the ice cream scoop, but good rebound from Flo Dallow. And she's fouled as she comes down with it.
Subs in.
And there's the foul you see, Flo Dallow coming down with the ball, taking the hoop. The ball's going to come in from Jess Moores. It does, eventually to Tanana Williams, and Moores will bring it up for Team White. A little bit of a miscommunication there. Catalina Leslie and Moores, and Team Black will bring the ball back. They lead 61-54 as we approach the midway point of the fourth quarter.
Well, still 7 points, very much within touch distance, but they got to get string stops together, and that's not the way to do it.
Boucher with the nice handles and the finish very high off the backboard, and she'll go the line for one more as well.
It takes on Tanana Williams on the drive.
Subs in.
That one being Leata. And just gets the flick off the glass, off the contact. Scoring the basketball better than her father ever could.
I was waiting for the dig off the back of the hoop. It goes. So 3-point play not converted. There's Kalei forward, putting the ball on the floor, driving with intent. Good rebound from Leslie. Savannah Cook for three. Down it goes. That's exactly what Team White need right now.
Well, they've had a couple of timely triples to keep themselves tight, and that one very big to get them within 6.
Catch and shoot for Davey from mid-range. That doesn't go, and the rebound is poked out of bounds, and it will be white ball.
Disappointment for after that miss, but keep the head up. There's going to be a lot of opportunities for these jumpers to fall.
Partia on the wing. Goes around the Kalei Fulu screen. And this Savannah Cook looking to go back to back with bombs. Another offensive ball from Jess Moores. Dropped into Cook, but Waihi did well defensively. Moores for three. That's off to the right, and we'll go out of bounds. Black ball. Raquel Sampson makes her way back into the game for Team Black.
And timely substitution to take away some of those offensive rebound opportunities for White. And, also the leading scorer in the ball game with 18, so going to create some more offensive opportunities there as well.
There's Waihi looking inside for Sampson. Instead, finds Davey, who cut in nicely and is fouled by Kailahi Fulu. So Giordana Davey will go to the line to shoot 2.
Well, moving without the basketball and the sun coming through on this side of the court, it's going to get pretty difficult to get some catches that way. They're going to look for Black to really attack on that left side of the floor where we won't come into play as much.
Misses them both, and Walsh comes down with the board, 63-57. Black lead White here in this one.
Free throw misses, keeping this game in thin distance.
Cook from the wing, rebounded by Waihi.
Cook's had some excellent looks, also some good execution both in the half court and in transition there, but hasn't been able to make the last couple.
It's Jaycee Waihi who really has led the way for Team Black, and she continues to do with a beautiful floater.
That was such a nice play, and Mackenzie Bowser harassing Phoenix to get that back, but Waihi's been playing so well here in the second half.
Fulu, couple of strong bounces, and she's bumped out of bounds by Sampson, who disagrees with the referee, but Zalia Kailahi Fulu will go to the line to shoot 2.
Well, Raquel Sampson looked like she was pretty solid defensively. Let's see how she moves, and moving those hips a little bit, not quite set. Kailani Fulu takes that foul, heads to the line, chance to cut it to 6. Unfortunately misses the first. And with 3:46 left, it's going to be key to take advantage of these opportunities where they pop up.
Makes the second and then heads to the bench as Vitalia Tuilave comes back into the game. Team Black looking to consolidate this lead as we approach the 3:30 mark to go in this fourth quarter. Sampson pucks it out the air with the right hand, doesn't go.
Dicey pass there, was lucky that one dropped.
Leslie looking for Tuilave, but it goes out of bounds, and it will remain White ball.
Raquel Sampson hustle, getting back into that play, forcing the deflection, taking away what would have been an easy layup.
Here's Moores, Boucher on her. Rejects the screen, goes up in traffic. Another offensive ball for Team White. This time Savannah Cook puts it up, and Raquel Sampson comes down with it, but it's a quick turnover from Team Black.
Forcing turnovers, tenacious defensively. Overcoming of course, the White team not only dealing with the defensive effort as we see a timeout Black, but losing one of their best players. And earlier in the game, in Alana Paiwai still being tended to on the sideline. And of course, that's going to be in the back of their heads as well.
Okay, and that's it. And they've got that advantage on us at the moment. Okay, so we just got to bring it back. Look, 3 minutes. Okay, one stop at a time. Now we need some threes. Okay, so let's look to drive, penetrate, and then dish. Okay, so that means that you know, if we're running, whoops, cool. If you want to run X or the dribble handoff, okay, a lot of it is just going to be driving to the basket and then looking for the spot up, okay?
Which means you have to stand out there. You can't be crawling because you just keep crawling around here. Like, get out there.
You guys are all in here, and so then your defensive players, and then it's just like clogging it up, okay? So make sure you guys are at least a step out, okay? Along the baseline. I don't care if you guys step out, okay? Yeah. But we need that spacing because at the moment everyone's in here, and then defensively, we're all in here. Yeah. And their players, they've been getting shots, and then once the hard thing is like they're driving, we're all in there, they pass it out. And then
well, Team Black talk it over there, and it's been JY who's led the way in the second half after Raquel Sampson still has 18 points and 12 rebounds. Raquel Sampson, she's still been very busy out there, but Waihi led them back into this game, and ultimately the lead. She has 15 points as we have 3 minutes to go in this gun.
Sampson's quieted down offensively in the second half, but Waihi has picked up that slack. Has really been pushing it.
So White will inbound the ball, and it'll be Odessa Lawson at a Rutherford High Year 13 student in West Auckland who will get the ball, get this fourth quarter back underway.
Oh, great play. But Sampson recovering defensively before the foul is called.
So Vitolia Tuilave will head to the line to shoot 2.
Sampson's 4th foul. Can't tell if it's a 3rd or 4th, but looks like 3rd for now.
First one rattles out for the Mount Maunganui College Year 12 student.
2 KD. 1 shot.
Second one off the back iron, and Blacks bring the ball up through to Nana Williams. Arua. Sampson screen is there. She uses it and drops it over the top to Arua. To Sampson, I should say. He finishes nicely off the glass.
A nice selection of the play there and execution to stretch it back out to 9 points. Time is getting tight for White. They need quick buckets and multiple stops strung together.
Well, she asked for drives and dishes, did Coach Justine Reed in the last time out.
Yeah, Blacks did a much better job in the second half of penetrating the defense, making it bend and taking advantage of the rotations.
Kalahifulu with a fadeaway this time, and she gets it to go. Pretty move from Zalia Kalahifulu.
Really nice footwork there, creating that space for the jump shot, taking the defender out of it.
Just get it over halfway to Team Black. Here's Jay Waihi. Skips down the open lane, and that's a pretty finish off the backboard.
Touches every bit of the rim, but the soft touch enables it to find the bottom of the net.
Lawson looking for Pati, a pass just a little too strong. Another turnover from Team White.
Hey, I can only call what I see. I can talk it over with my official. Is that right?
Might have been tipped as the referees.
Conversation happening.
Black ball.
Who hit it?
White ball. All right. My mistake. It is black ball. I mean white. I'm sorry. White.
O'Keen Reed. Official O'Keen Reed. I've seen him on
ball is in.
many a basketball game around the world, and he has never been that honest with me.
That's good D.
Lawson fires it across for Cowley. He's in the passing lane, comes away with it, brings it up for Team Black. Again, the screen up high is there from Sampson. Tanana Williams goes round it. And the reset for Jay Waihi.
Ooh, carry called.
Just a hesitation from Waihi as she thought about maybe passing it to the screener, Sampson.
Froze the defense really nicely with that. But unfortunately for her, got a little bit too much palm on it. Minute and a half left. White needs to play with a little bit of fire beneath him right now. As we see a foul call, not on the legal screen, but this will be free throws. I believe that's the 5th team foul.
Can report it does look like a knee injury to Alana Paiwai, who's being strapped up at the moment. Her left knee is receiving the attention.
That's one of the last things you want to see is an injury like that, but thoughts out to her, and hopefully all the tests come back positively.
Phoenix Pati at the line. She makes her first.
Very important free throw there.
There's Alana Paiwai. Oh, she showed enough of her promise to turn some heads before the injury happened, I'm sure, as she did in the 18 and 18 as well. Certainly not the last we'll see of young Alana Paiwai. Meanwhile, here's Jay Waihi finding Samia. Boucher looking for space, finding Sampson, who's fouled by Kalahifulu. So Raquel Sampson will go to the line. That battle continues, even as we tick down to the final minute of this one.
It's been fantastic to watch throughout this game, the way those two girls have been battling. And Mackenzie Boucher that time drops the pass nicely. Raquel Sampson is just did an excellent job of sealing down low on those rolls in post position, making herself available, making herself a target, and that's why she's the leading scorer and rebounder in this game with 21 and 13. And 5 steals to go with it.
Not bad at all. Here's Jess Moores. As Team White look to finish on a high, and this time it's Kalahi Fulu's turn to go to the line, courtesy of Raquel Sampson. Those two trading fouls at the moment on each other.
And 2.
10 points the difference with 55 seconds. And Kalahi Fulu can't get that one. And it's looking like Black has done enough to fight from behind with an early deficit. Back to some stellar second half performances. Jay Waihi, total complete game from Raquel Sampson. Just 50 seconds left and a 9-point lead. This is looking good for Team Black in the Steven Adams Invitational.
3-pointer goes up from Area Cowley and it goes down as well. That's a third from beyond the arc.
Finishing in style. Cowley 3 for 3 from the arc, hitting all of them.
All 9 of her points coming from downtown as Tanana Williams fires back, Liata, that is. As the clock ticks down. It's going to be Team Black who come away with the win, but some marvellous talent been displayed here in the girls' game here of the Steven Adams High School Invitational. Raquel Sampson looking to put a cherry on her fantastic performance. She'll go the line to attempt to do just that.
I think that might just be the 4th team foul. Foul might have been on the floor. Yeah, foul's on the baseline, so not getting it. There we see the Cowley triple off the Waihi pass. Such a nice job on the other end. Tanana Williams able to hit that one.
Reminder from 7:30, the boys' game's coming up as Sampson lets to go to work. Dashes it to a cutting Mackenzie Boucher.
Oh, look at the strength.
Somehow she's come away with that ball. What a jump ball anyway, and that'll be Black ball. 7:30 p.m. live on Sky Sport 9 and Sky Sport Next. Steven Adams High School Invitational between Team Black and Team White, the boys' game.
Just 6 seconds left. See if let's get up another jumper. There we go. That's what I like to see.
Shoot from
score ball.
His body's on the floor. The buzzer will go as the half quarter goes up, but it doesn't go down. 74-64. Team Black have beaten Team White here. They've been led admirably by Raquel Sampson. 22 points, 15 rebounds, 5 steals. Jay Waihi, 17 points, 4 assists and 4 rebounds as well, as Team Black get over Team White.
Yeah, what a job by both teams today. It has been a fantastic effort, been so great to see. And we're gonna go talk to who was probably, for my money, the best player in the game today, Raquel Sampson.
And we have Raquel's game.
Raquel, congratulations on a great game and a really wonderful performance on both ends. What was your mindset coming into today?
Just I wanted to push the ball, keep our spacing. Our whole team just wanted to work on our spacing. So pushing the ball out wide and sitting on ball screens, just kind of playing. We all can play well, so just kind of using our strengths.
And it's a pretty special opportunity to play in this showcase. How did you feel to be out on court with those girls?
It felt like so good because normally I'm playing against them, so it was real good to be on the same team as them, and yeah, it was just such a cool opportunity. So yeah, just thanks to Sports Pathways and Steven Adams and everything for organising it. So.
Thank you so much and great game.
Capping off a good couple of weeks for Raquel Sampson, who came away NBL D-League champion with the Taranaki Thunder, and now having 22 points and 15 rebounds in this win for Team Black over Team White at the end of a good week of camp in Steven Adams High School. Camp, let's go to her adversary today, Zalia Kailahi-Fulu, who's with Zara.
Zalia, it was a pretty physical game today and definitely a big week. How's your body feeling?
Oh, it's feeling pretty good. I mean, I'm lucky I didn't go to the NZ camp, but other than that, I'm feeling great.
That's good. And how did you feel about your team's performance?
I'm very proud of them, both teams. The white team, we really balled out despite the score, despite the win, the loss. I'm really proud of them.
Awesome. Well, you played so well. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
And what a game it was from Zalia Kailahifulu, with family and friends watching on, both here and from home. As you see the boys warming up ahead of the second game in the Stephen Adams High School Invitational doubleheader. Some good names on display here, ones we've seen already this year in the NBL Showdown, and ones we will see for many years to come, both at a college level, an NBL level, and perhaps even further afield. Names to keep an eye on in this game coming out to Farah Gapare out of Scots College, with the Stephen Adams Scholarship at Scots College. On the top of your screen there, he will certainly be one to watch. And throughout camp, both from the boys and the girls side of camp, there has been a carrot on offer, not just that of going to a professional job or to a college in the future, but that of winning a prize within the camp itself for being the MVP of the camp, essentially, not just the game, but the camp itself. And to make that presentation, we can head down to Casey Frank.
Well, Safina, first and foremost, I just want to say great job today. Love to see your defensive tenacity out there. Looking towards your future, coming off of this, what are your plans for basketball in the near future coming up?
Going to college, want to go to America, obviously, get to the highest level possible I can get to, and become the best player I can possibly be. Yeah.
Well, you did a long ways towards that today. You've had a great experience here at the camp. I think your teammates, your campmates have thought very highly of you. What can you tell us about the experience over these last couple of days?
It's been really amazing. Getting to know the girls on and off the court. We've been really gelling. It's been great, honestly. Yeah, just an amazing experience. Yeah.
Well, not only that, I don't know if you know this yet, but you've been chosen as the MVP of the camp after this one because of not only your efforts on the court, but also your efforts off the court. New Zealand Māori Tourism has come to you and brought the giant check for $5,000. This is something that you can have a little bit of a surprise, but you can tell us what you're feeling about it.
I'm feeling really grateful.
A loss for words. Thanks so much, Safina. I'm glad we could surprise you. Great job out there and good luck in the future.
Thank you so much.
Well, she might have to share that with her twin, Liata. We'll see. There'll be some chats in the Tanana Williams household, that's for sure. Congratulations to Savina Tanana Williams out of St Mary's College in Ponsonby, the MVP of the Stephen Adams High School Invitational Camp. She'll take $5,000 home thanks to New Zealand Māori Tourism. We can head back to Casey now, who is with one of the camp's organisers and, of course, the Tall Blacks legend, it's Dylan Boucher.
Well, Hugh just told the fans at home that you're one of the organisers. Can you tell us what your role around this has been, Dylan?
A little bit of everything, I think. It's just been fun being around these talented individuals, being able to see what they can showcase out there. It's been fun. It's been a fun week, and seeing the New Zealand's best basketballers going head-to-head, training, sharing wisdom. We had Stephen Adams on a Zoom call today with a bunch of college kids. It was awesome to be able to communicate. We've had people like yourself come in and chat to the group, and we're trying to make this a real holistic, environment for these athletes to be able to see what college life is like and be able to give them a pathway to be able to have an option to go to college and help support them in that pathway.
And looking forward, is that what the big takeaways are from here? I mean, of course, there's the stuff on the basketball court, but they can pick that up in a lot of places. Is it the exposure to people who have been through this to be able to see it and also just connect with guys who are going through the same thing?
Yeah, 100%. We want to give these kids as much exposure as we can. We're hoping that this game goes, across the US to college coaches. They'll be able to, again, see what we've got in New Zealand here, see the best we've got, and be able to see them go head to head. Some of the athletes out here already have scholarships and some don't. So for those that don't, hopefully they can showcase themselves and pick up some offers.
How is it going from the scout mindset to a dad's mindset? Your daughter out there playing, you must be proud of her.
Yeah, I'm really proud. I mean, I just said to her, go out and, go Hundies, get out and play some D and let it all come to you. And, I was proud. I'm always proud as a dad seeing your daughter out there. And, I think she had a good game too, so it all worked out.
And now, of course, looking forward to the boys. They're coming out. A lot of talent out there. Have you seen anybody who's impressed you in the last couple of days?
Yeah, I mean, I guess I'm a little bit different. I mean, there's a lot of athletes out here that impresses me because I wasn't an athlete, but what impresses me is what they do off the court and how they carry themselves, and, you know, even things like wiping down the tables and using their manners, all those little things that, you know, probably as a teenager they don't think are important, but when it comes to recruiting, a lot of the time those are the things that separate them.
Well, Lord knows we didn't have it back then. Thanks for your time, Dylan. Really appreciate it. Back to Hugh up top.
I'm not sure Casey's got manners now. Thanks very much, Casey. Thanks very much, Dylan. That'll do it for the girls' game of the Stephen Adams High School Invitational doubleheader. 74-64. The black team have beaten the white team. It's the turn of the young men coming up next, live from 7:30 here on the home of sport, Sky Sport. We'll be back for some high-flying action from